You are?
Susan Ellis.
What do you do at DC?
I am the Spanish teacher.
Awesome. Did you attend Dallas Christian prior to becoming a teacher here?
I did. I started when I was a freshman.
Freshman. What traditions did DC have when you attended the school?
Still a lot of really great traditions. We talked about the homecoming week and decorating the hallways and things. Of course, senior ski trip, still remember that. The junior senior banquet was really special, and those were the main ones that come to mind.
Awesome. Why do you think we keep our traditions going as a Christian high school?
I think there's a lot of value in that. My dad attended this school. I attended, my husband. I think there's a lot of value in those generations that keep coming back, and a lot of it is because of the traditions and what the school stands for, and teachers, just everybody. It's part of being a family, and a family has traditions.
Mm-hmm. So finally, what is your favorite tradition either that we have now or used to have at DC?
For sure, senior ski trip, which pains me to say since that's not necessarily happening this year.
Right.
But that is by far my favorite.
Thank you so much, or should I say muy bien?
Gracias.
Your name is?
Brendan Limerick.
When did you first come to DC?
This is my third year.
What do you do here?
I'm a teacher and coach.
What do you teach?
I teach Bible and history.
Okay. So are there any traditions at DC that have shocked you in your past 3 years you've been here?
I think honestly just the devotion and support of the football team, because I went to a public school when I was in high school, and people liked the football team, but I don't think it was as serious as it was at DC.
So, what would you say your absolute favorite tradition is here at DC?
My favorite tradition is usually, just the football games, and before COVID, and everyone's sitting in the lawn and then in the bleachers, and everybody's getting involved in the ringing of the bell after touchdowns. I think that's my favorite tradition.
Okay, and who is your favorite football player?
Kay Destis.
That's right.
Your name is?
Tony Felker.
How long have you been at DC?
I came here in the fall of 1982.
Do you love it here?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What traditions did DC have when you first attended the school as a teacher?
Okay. When I first came here, some of the traditions, most of them have continued on. Some have stopped, and probably good reason to. The senior ski trip, that's a tradition that's been going on for years. COVID has gotten in the way of it. It wasn't the school's fault, and hopefully, of course, for this year's senior class, it's a little bit of a bummer, but hopefully we'll get it cranked up again. Some other traditions, they used to, late in the year, I'm trying to think the exact day, the seniors would come and camp out and have a camp out on school property. And that sort of got messed up when the juniors started coming to harass them. And we ended up one year with some juniors parking across the street next to the Ziggy Mart, and a lady in those apartments saw them getting out and pulling rifles out of the trunk. Well, the rifles were paintball guns that they were going to come and attack the seniors, but she called the police saying a group of teenagers were taking rifles going across the street to the school. And so needless to say, that probably put the end of it right then. And oh goodness, I'm sure there's others.
So why do you think we keep our traditions going as a high school? Why do you think they're so important?
It's so important because that helps build the character of the school, the traditions that things are founded on. It's just like anybody's family has traditions. Your traditions may be Thanksgiving together. All the family's going to be together. Christmas time, Christmas Eve, big dinner, then getting the little kids into bed before Santa Claus comes. And it's just things that you look forward to as you're beginning to grow up. You think of it, boy, when I was just little, and then you look forward to when you get a little bit older.
As you know, the senior ski trip is always a big tradition that the students look forward to. I remember even being in elementary, knowing about the senior ski trip. We had homecoming. Homecoming was more of a week-long festivity rather than a one-day festivity. We had things like the walk-a-thon, lift-a-thon, little fundraising things that we've done every year. Magazine drive, that same guy's been here since I've been in 3rd grade.
Good old Doug.
Doug, you still know his name, don't you?
I love Doug. Has DC lost any traditions that you may miss or want to bring back?
And I'd say the homecoming. No, make it a week-long festivity rather than just a one-day, Friday morning chapel, some Charger Olympics, some watching some movies. Make it a week-long event.
My favorite tradition is homecoming week, just leading up to homecoming, dress-up days, always going full out with your friends, doing duo days. Just love the atmosphere of homecoming week and the energy the student body has and the school has.
Oh, yeah, for sure. That's awesome week. I love homecoming week. Like you said, all the dress-up days are just so much fun. Personally, my favorite tradition is Friday night football games, going to Whataburger after. Even though we had COVID this year and we couldn't really mingle around, we still got an opportunity to spread out and still keep our tradition alive. But that's just one of my favorite things I've done ever since I was in middle school, is just seeing the high schoolers in Whataburger and then eventually becoming a high schooler and going to do that. I think that was a perfect thing for me.
Yeah, so as we get older and as I've come into high school, I think as a culture, as a high school, we look at traditions and it seems like they're kind of becoming the uncool thing to do. They're becoming the less popular thing to do. If you step out of your comfort zone, you're going to get made fun of, or you try to do these traditions, it's going to be looked down upon because you're not cool because of it. Well, why don't we reverse that? These traditions are here for us to have fun, to make memories, to enjoy high school, to enjoy each other, and I just think that once we can just finally have fun in these traditions and buy into them and just don't care about what other people think about you, and definitely going to junior senior, people are saying it's going to be boring, or it's whatever we're going to make it. It's not about the quote unquote just what it is. Junior senior, yeah, it's junior senior, but it's going to be as good as we make it. So that's...
Yeah, at the end of the day, we're blessed to have these type of traditions. Not many schools get to go and do these things right now just because of what's going on in this world, but the PTO parents and teachers and all that are working their tails off just for us to be happy and do what we want. Junior, senior, like you said, we get to actually have one. We get to have a dance. So we gotta be grateful for the times that we get to do these traditions, because at the end of the day, traditions aren't about conforming to society and conforming to what's going on. It's about being yourself and having fun while doing the things that we've grown up with. And at the end of the day, traditions are just a perfect way to be yourself and have fun with your family and friends and your fellow classmates.
Yeah, so let's make traditions cool again.
Let's make them cool.